1470 AM and W298BX 107.5 FM, Winterville, North Carolina. WNOS 1450 AM and W272EK 102.3 FM, licensed to New Bern, North Carolina.
Motivations with Glen.
Good day, everyone. Thank you for tuning into Awesome Radio Network, WECU, 1570 AM, 107.5 FM, Winterville, North Carolina. Broadcasting from Greenville, North Carolina. You are tuned to the Glen Johnson Show, Motivations with Glen and Apostle Jacqueline Collins-Williams. Our topic of discussion today is tea, herbal tea, or herbal tea as you would pronounce it in the United States. Herbal, not herbal. They pronounce it elsewhere as herbal with an H. Also potassium. So we're going to get to those topics today. Here, ladies and gentlemen, I chose this topic because I have one other clip from Lisa Lee, who appeared on Shark Tank for her product called the Chi. It's spelled Q-I, but it's pronounced C-E-Q, Chi. So get that in mind, and that's the only audio clip we have today. But before I get to the audio clip, let's welcome Apostle Jacqueline Collins-Williams.
Hey, Dr. Glenn, and to our listening audience on today, we are so glad to be here. I am actually excited for this subject. I'm excited for all the subjects, but sometimes when a subject hits home a little bit more, then I get a little bit more excited about it.
Yeah, like this one, and one of the reasons why it hit home with me is because the tea that we're going to talk about is called flower teas or blooming teas, things of that nature. And you can get some blooming teas, flower teas right here in Winterville, North Carolina, and Greenville, and elsewhere in North Carolina. But one of the reasons why I like it, see, I like things that grow in the ground as opposed to things that grow on the tree. Like tree nuts, I can't eat any tree nuts at all. Cashews, almonds, walnuts, any tree nut I cannot eat. Anything that's related to a tree, I try to avoid. Like a live Christmas tree, I try to avoid that at all costs, particularly if it's a live Christmas tree in my house and they have the heat turned up. I start itching like you would not believe. So I like this topic because it grows in the ground. I like things that grow in the ground. There's a saying, why would you want to eat something that's running away from you as far as an animal? If it's running away from you, why would you want to eat it?
Well, some of the things that run from you are very tasty. Some of them can be.
They might be tasty, but that doesn't mean that they're good for you.
It doesn't mean it's good for you. Well, I am still a omnivore. I like meat and I like the plants, so I'm not delivered from meat yet.
All right, but see, that's typical of an American.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just phrase it as American, whether you're African American, Caucasian American, Spanish American, just American. We eat for taste and not for nutrition. If it tastes good, we're gonna eat it.
Yeah, and that really is the truth. We are kind of stuck on taste over nutrition a lot of times, but as we get older, we need to actually, even before we get older, we need to change those habits because, Dr. Glenn, there's a lot of things that were passed down to us and to our listening audience from back in slavery. And some of those traditions and habits, and also, the way we eat, it's some of those things were passed down from generation to generation, and it just wasn't good for us. It's still not good for us. It wasn't good for the slaves, and it's not good for us either. And we're still, stuck on that and not looking out for what the body actually needs. So that's why I'm so glad about this subject today as we're talking about potassium, because I think there's a lot of people that don't understand the power of potassium. That's what I'm
right.
going to say, the power of potassium in the body. And it's one of the things, a lot of people, they suffer from arthritis, achy body, achy joints. I see so many of us even, I'm before this other elderly age, but I am heading there. But I see so many people my age, and they are struggling in their body with pain all the time.
That's
And
right.
a lot of times, I'm growing up, I never heard anything about being potassium deficient. I never heard anybody say you needed it. And I'm
but-
telling you today that you do need it.
That's right. You're absolutely right because I know right off the bat that it helps two particular things. That's very important and essential. That's your heart and your kidney.
Definitely. And a lot of times, a lot of people don't understand we're plagued, especially as a race. We're plagued with high blood pressure. We're plagued with it. It's a lot of people that have high blood pressure. They're on high blood pressure medicine. They sometimes are on high blood pressure medicine from an early age. And they don't understand that that is regulated by the potassium in your body. And potassium can cause you, a lack of it can cause you to not have, that it can cause you to have high blood pressure.
Yeah, hold on, something my tongue. That's like, why it protects your kidneys. Your kidneys is important because it helps cleanse out your body. So you need potassium to help your kidneys work the way it's supposed to work.
But their kidneys help to regulate that blood pressure too.
Yeah, that's right.
So it does, so it's a lot, that potassium. So we're going to go in today and we're going to look at potassium and we're going to look at the flower teas. And I literally, as soon as we said the word potassium, that we were going to do this subject, I immediately went and ordered my potassium again.
That's
Because I'm
right.
out. I haven't had it in a while.
You know how important potassium is? It's so important that when I went to church Sunday, I had the opportunity to pick up a document that they had for everybody that was displayed in the foyer. It was on potassium. You have that document over with you. So
Somewhere here,
the
yes.
church had it for everybody to take one, take it home and read it. Just don't take it home and look at it. Take it home and read it and see what the information is. That's how important it was. If the church had it, it's important.
Yes, not just the church, but it's important. This needs to be in doctors' offices. It needs to be something that people are talking about, especially, like I said, of our race, because a lot of us I know a lot of people, including myself, that have high blood pressure. And we're not overeating the salt and, pouring it on. And some of us don't even use salt like that.
Including
And still
myself.
have high blood pressure.
Including myself, and I don't use salt at all. I try not to put any seasoning on any of my food. But my doctor just switched me to a new pill for my cholesterol. I was on 2 before, now I'm on another one that's more potent. So yeah, we have a problem with high blood pressure, diabetes, our sugar, a lot of different things with the African American race.
Yes, definitely. The salt, the sweets, those are the two killers a lot of times with us. The salts, the sweets, and the fried, and how we eat. It's a lot. What we're putting on the food and how we're cooking it.
They used to say green meat will kill you. Before that, they used to say pork will kill you. And then they came up with Reynolds Royal, Reynolds wrap, aluminum foil, plastic wrap, and all that kind of stuff. So now, meat won't kill you because you have a way to preserve it. You know what I say when they used to say all that? No, pork won't kill you green meat will kill you.
Well, too much of anything will kill you. You don't have to eat just pork. You sit up and eat beef all the time and eat nothing but beef. And see, don't beef kill you. You sit up and eat chicken all the time and overdo it, especially fried every time and fried every single time and eat it all the time. Chicken will kill you. Anything will kill
That's
you
right.
if you're not paying attention to how you
Yeah,
cook it.
yeah, particularly that fried chicken, because all you're doing is eating and clogging up your arteries.
And eating that grease and then you're cooking it in the wrong thing. A lot of us, we buy the cheapest thing in the market and it's vegetable oil.
Don't you know that's why they stopped producing? I think they stopped Crisco and lard.
Well, they still have it in there in a different way.
Oh, they do.
It's in the liquid now, but they don't have it in the lard, that big white thing, that you dipped it out of. I remember that sitting on the stove, the bucket there after the oil was gone. Hey, we have a very good subject on today, and we want you to call in and be live on the air with us today. We want you to we need to talk. We need to be getting some things out here on the table. We need this to be in your ear and not for you to turn this off and say it doesn't pertain to you. Yes, it pertains to you on today. And so we want you to come back. We have to go out on this break. We want you to come back here to the Glen Johnson Show, Motivations with Glen and Apostle Jacqueline Cullins Williams. And you are listening to us right here on the Awesome Radio Network. We are going to put that phone number out there. It's 252-756-2008. We're no longer living in ignorance. We're no longer having the information hidden. We're bringing it out so we can hear it, and we want you to hang in there and come right back with us because we have more information for you. We will be right back.
The wound is healed. Psalm 147:3. Silver Sisters United presents Women's Fellowship Brunch, Saturday, August 22nd, 12 noon to 2 p.m. at A Touch of God's Presence Ministries, 1300 Dickinson Avenue, Greenville, with host pastor Apostle Valeria McLeod. For more information, the number is 252-695-9007. That's 252-695-9007. Women's Fellowship Brunch at A Touch of God's Presence Ministries, 1300 Dickinson Avenue, Greenville, August 22nd from 12 noon to 2 p.m. Contact 252-695-9007.
Hello, this is Erin Thompson. Thank you for listening to the Awesome Radio Network.
Awesome Radio. Yes, awesome. Awesome. Can you feel it? Awesome. Awesome.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Glen Johnson Show, Motivations with Glen and Apostle Jacqueline Cullins Williams. I would like to play about a minute and a half of our only audio clip. This is Lisa Lee that was featured on Shark Tank, attempted to get funds to fund her up-and-running company for the flower tea called Chi. It's spelled with a Q-I, but it's pronounced Chi. Let's listen to the first minute and a half.
Is an ancient healing remedy that is as delicious as it is beautiful.
Hi Sharks, my name's Lisa Lee and I'm from New York City. Today I am here seeking. Growing up in a small town northeast of Beijing with my grandma, tea wasn't just a drink. It was a daily ritual of healing and connection. Those were the most nourishing times of my life. But today, in a frantic, stressful modern world, we rarely pause, let alone smell the flowers. Sharks, I am here to change that. Let's take a moment together. This is not your average tea bag. This is the Chi, where we turn nature's purest remedies, flowers, into powerful ceremonial whole flower tea rituals. They're not only gorgeous to look at, they're also really, really good for you. They are 0 calories, naturally soothing, and super rich in antioxidants. We work directly with small family farms across Asia. Our flowers are always handpicked, pure and clean. Sharks, Chi means life energy. This is a moment of calm, beauty, and connection in every cup. Sharks, in front of you is your own set of hand-picked blooms for you to drink flowers and feel alive.
Wow.
So there should be 3 different varieties for you.
Do we just pour it into the little...
Yeah.
It tastes good.
You pour the
Sounds
pitcher.
nice. Yeah.
You pour the pitcher. You got it, Damon. You drink it with a little...
Okay, I'm going to cut that short because we want to get you some more documents, and then we definitely want to talk about the potassium. Some of the things I want to mention about. She mentioned a couple of things from the start, and how it's good for you. One thing that it also says about the flower power, nature's perfect remedy, and then on her website they have a list of different teas, and she did mention it's beyond just your normal tea, your tea bag. So this flower tea, you would put it in. Well, there's some ways that you have to brew it. I'm not gonna mention all that right off the bat, but let me tell you this: if you like any of the documents that we have on this, please don't hesitate to email me, like many of you do. I would be more than happy to forward it to you. Glen Johnson Show at gmail.com. That's Glen with 2 N's, Johnson Show at gmail.com. I'll be more happy to forward to you. Also, this is public knowledge because I've received it from YouTube. And, you know, as long as I mention the source of the material, then I think it's all right to use. So that was Lisa Lee. That was featured on the episode of Shark Tank. Apostle.
Yes, we're going to talk about some of the different flower teas that can be beneficial in your body. Also wanted to mention that, you know, many of you, if you really are interested in, you can also go and talk to an herbalist. Remember, we had an herbalist on our show before, and she talked about herbs, you know, and the Bible talked about, you know, herbs that could heal, that he given us every flowering thing. You know, back in time, people didn't use all these pills and things. They went outside and plucked something up and boiled it, or plucked something up and chewed it, or
That's right, they did.
plucked something up and cooked it in something, and they were healed by it. They didn't have all these, you know, medications. And, you know, I was just sitting the other day, Dr. Glenn, and we're going to go back to potassium here, but I was looking at this particular, it was like a small issue it was on a commercial. It was like body jerks or something that the person was having. And then when you look at the side effects of the medicine, I'm talking about aneurysm, heart attack, stroke, everything, everything. It could mess up your stomach, give you ulcers. I mean, you could have all type of bowel problems, diarrhea, vomiting, dizziness, fainting. I mean, all kinds of things for this one thing that people didn't want. They didn't want people to see them because these jerks could be something, or body movements could be something that people notice. But to look at the side effects of the medicine, who wants to die or have a stroke over having, you know, something that people may not even notice, that, you know, that maybe other people are self-conscious about, and maybe for some people it's severe. But I know it's not severe for everyone. Who wants all those side effects? When I sat there and listened to the list of side effects, and it was at least 15 horrible side effects versus the benefits that you might get from the medicine. You have to watch that and not take something where you're going to risk having a side effect that could kill you or disable you or cripple you, and now versus having the thing that you're trying to heal.
Yeah, that's right. You don't want to take something for difficulty breathing and a side effect has something to do with your breathing.
Right, or heart attack, and then you can't breathe, or listen, some of the medicine gives you anxiety. I'm not trading off anxiety for something, you know, that's small. We might better look and see if you can heal it, or if you could work with it nutritionally as well, because a lot of things happen because of poor nutrition. And some people, they think they're eating a balanced diet, but they may be missing some things.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I'm concerned or just excited about this topic, because I'm going to look into some more flower teas and flower, what's the other one I said? Flower blossoms.
Yes, for teas and
for
different
teas,
things.
for teas, yeah.
Yes.
Would you go
and
to that document that for North Carolina and the one that says Winterville?
They do have one that says that. Dr. Glenn, you got to give me just a second to
Yeah.
find it, because I was already with potassium, but we'll go and do this one first, the flower teas, and especially the one that says Winterville. I'm
Yeah.
looking for that one. I bet it's my last page here, because it does have every place you'll be. Yeah, herbal teas in North Carolina. Herbal teas in North Carolina. And it says here, North Carolina is home to a thriving herbal tea culture. Well, and culture, period, for tea.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I like tea, Dr. Glenn. I do. I buy tea all the time.
See, that's one of the things I like. I like tea. Also like coffee. Also added to my list, I have a cappuccino and mochaccino.
Yes, and you know,
but I can make it at home in my Keurig.
right, and they have the things where you could steep the tea.
Yeah.
You know, you could buy the leaves or whatever. Sometimes it looked like little twigs or broken tree twigs, branch twigs, but you could steep it
You can steep
and
it.
put it there and steep your own tea.
And that's probably the best tea for you.
They have some good, devices for tea. And you can look really fancy with it, Dr. Glenn.
That's probably the best tea for you.
Yes.
I know some people that, even if they was to buy regular tea bags from the grocery store, they'll put it in water and put it in a jar, let it sit in the sun. There's a name for that, but I can't think of it off the top of my head.
I've seen the sun tea.
Sun
I've
tea,
seen people
yeah.
do that as well. I've done it when I lived in the South. When I was a teenager, I used to see my family do it, so we do it like that too. Put it outside and let that sun get it and heat it up. And it's just because it was hot outside. That's all it meant. Today, you could brew up or fry up an egg or something else. And yesterday, it was so hot. So not only tea, but some other things because it's so hot. Look, we're getting ready to go out on our next break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about this herbal teas in North Carolina. You are listening to the Glenn Johnson Show, Motivations with Glenn and Apostle Jacqueline Cullins-Williams right here on Awesome Radio Network, 1570 AM and 107.5 FM on your dial. Listen, stay right there. We want to give you this information so you can know about what's happening here in North Carolina. You don't have to ship stuff from way over. You don't have to go outside of our community to get it. You can get stuff right here, and you could try these teas, and there could be some benefit to your body. I love that we have the information handy, and I'm going to give Dr. Glenn the credit for that. He brought this information here, and we have it handy for where you could buy it in North Carolina. Hey, hang in there with us. We're going out on the break, and we're going to be right back. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
Do you have documents that need to be notarized? We provide notary services by appointment, 252-756-3137.
I am Miss Mary Cox. I'm Keller Picton's mother from Awesome Radio.
Awesome radio. Yeah, it's awesome. Awesome. Can you feel it? Awesome. Awesome.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Glenn Johnson Show here on Awesome Radio, 107.5 FM, 1570 AM, WECU, Awesome Radio Network. Now, I just wanted to issue a slight disclaimer. When Apostle goes to mention some of the sources in North Carolina and Winterville, I'm trying to avoid mentioning specific names because we don't want to give them a free advertisement or promotion. Plus, we don't have their permission to use their name. So I want to keep that in mind. But I do want to point out one thing, Apostle. When I mentioned the teas that I drink, the coffee, the cappuccino, and mochaccino, one thing I added to that list was green tea. But I wonder if you can purchase green tea in its natural form here in the United States. Lisa Lee, the company that she's affiliated with, and all the other stuff, is probably brewed in Asia.
Well, you can buy green tea in the bag because I've been able to do it before. But
Yeah.
let me tell you.
Oh, yeah, me too, but it's a natural.
It's in the bag just like the other tea. You know what I mean? In the tea bags.
Yeah, but
So-
it's not natural.
Well, I don't know if it's natural or not, but I know it's tea.
But I know if it's in that box, in that bag, it's not natural.
Okay, it's in the box and in the bag. But let me just tell you this. Last week, My husband brought some of that green tea. I'm not going to tell you the brand name. Green tea with lemon in it. And so I went and got it. It was good. I drank it. It was sweet. You talking about jacked up. My stomach was so torn from that thing. I'm going to tell you this. Don't, if you're not ready, you got to be prepared and prayed up and have some time off. My stomach was so torn up, Dr. Glenn, from that green tea with the lemon flavor in it until I felt like I was sick from it. I mean, and then, my husband said after the fact, it's a diuretic. Diarrhea, okay? Not just diuretic.
But that's what I was going to say. It probably was, attached itself to the seeds in your body. Was going to try to flush it out.
Well, it made me sick. And that's one of the things, and sometimes why we don't do some of these things, because you have to have the space, and then, you had a busy lifestyle. We want the benefits of it, but we don't want to feel like we're sick, and we don't want to be tied to something that's gotten our whole body. To me, when your stomach hurt, everything in the world is wrong. I cannot function. I've got to go lay down. I need to try to figure it out, how to stop the stomach from hurting. It just does something to me. But it does, some of these things, they become a cleanse too. So you have to be prepared for that. And maybe take them on, if you work, take them on a Friday evening or sometime when you don't have to go out.
But now that I'm sitting there thinking, in Asia they drink a lot of tea, and in Britain, Great Britain, they drink a lot of tea. Come sit and have a spot of tea with me. They love tea. Tea.
Oh yeah, they have tea time over there in Britain. And that has been a tradition for many years.
Yeah, many years.
But even, as you said, Asians, maybe that's why they so small, drinking all them teas and tearing your stomach up. It's keeping your food and dragging all of your food out your body, won't let them stay in. Then that's probably why they could be so small. That's just an observation. It may not be the truth. So, but we do know that there are health benefits for teas. And I want to say this, Dr. Glenn. I heard that tea was a combatant for COVID. That the ingredients in tea was would combat COVID. So the first year when COVID came out, my family will tell you, I went tea crazy. Every night, everybody had to drink a cup of tea before they went to bed. And that first year when COVID came out, nobody in my house got COVID. Not one person. But every night I was like, I don't know, the tea woman. I had the little tea bags and the sugar, making sure that and I would drop it off to each person, a mug of tea in the house.
It probably did contain some enzymes that would fatigue. Battle some of that stuff.
That's what they said now, and I definitely can attest that nobody got COVID the first year in my house, because we drank tea every night.
I know tea got to be good for you, because people see I have a different perception about coffee. A lot of people drink coffee sometimes to stay awake. They think coffee keeps them up. I could drink an entire pot of coffee and still go to sleep, because it don't affect me that way.
Well, I can't do an entire pot. It makes me nervous, and it just hits my system the wrong way. But I can do one, and it does help me to stay awake.
All right, so let me ask you this. Sometimes when you drink coffee, do you get a little jittery or nervous, like you said?
Yes.
I get that way with tea sometimes.
Well, tea doesn't do it to me, but usually if I get that jitteriness, it's because I haven't eaten anything. So if I drink that coffee on an empty stomach, I will be shaking, and feeling some kind of way until I get some food in there.
And I think that's the caffeine side of it.
Yeah, it's the caffeine overload. So listen, it says here, North Carolina is home to a thriving herbal tea culture, featuring local botanical blenders, specialized tea bars, native herbs like red raspberry leaf and lemon balm that grow easily across the state's diverse climate zones. So there are a lot of tea places where you can go and you can sit and you can have tea. And some of the coffee places, they sell tea as well. But there's a rich tea culture where people want to go and they want to sit and they want to have tea. It's a common North Carolina grown teas, herbs for teas, red raspberry leaf. And it says it thrives in regional gardens, yielding a smooth, earthy, caffeine-free brew. Now, I'm going to just say this. If I drink some tea, I want the caffeine.
Oh, it's going to be there.
I want the caffeine.
We got 3 minutes to go before we go to the fourth segment and then the fifth segment. That'll be it for the podcast. But did you do herbal tea benefits? You want to mention a couple things on our list before we get to potassium?
Oh, Dr. Glenn. Now, again, you have sent me.
All right, here you go. I have a copy. Here you go.
Okay, I got it here. Herbal tea benefits. And I did circle a few things. And it
Okay, I
said
thought
herbal
so.
tea provides natural hydration and a variety of wellness benefits without any caffeine. Popular options are chamomile, promote better sleep, ginger and peppermint soothe an upset stomach, and hibiscus may help lower blood pressure. So these teas, they absolutely can help you with things. And I know Dr. Glenn talked about whether they were natural or not, but if you go into the grocery store to the tea section, you're going to see all kinds of teas over there.
Yeah, I bet you so.
You're going to see all kinds of teas. And even dandelion is one of the teas. They make dandelion, dandelions that grew out in the grass. Whoever knew?
Yeah, exactly.
Growing up, I remember, when my mother, as she got older, she talked about dandelion, that sometimes people would cook it. They take, and I'm thinking, these are weeds that we used to get and blow the head off of. Remember, after they turn yellow, they have these little white head on it, and we'd pluck those and blow those seeds out over different places. I always thought dandelion was something unwanted that people tried to kill in the grass.
No, I know they use it for a lot of different things.
Now we're finding out that it's something that's good for you.
That's right.
That might have been growing right in the backyard the whole time.
One of the other things about the herbal tea benefits is antioxidant rich.
Antioxidant rich that support heart health and healthy blood pressure levels. And that's the hibiscus. A lot of them are high levels of antioxidant with potential anti-inflammatory properties.
That's right.
So if you look and you drink these particular teas, some of them say that it will protect cells from everyday stress. I wonder if you could drink a thing, you feel stressed, and now go get a thing of tea and don't feel stressed anymore. I know one thing, it does have a calming and soothing effect, especially if that tea is hot. It's going to slow you down and calm you down because you got to blow it in order for it to get cool enough to drink it.
That's right.
Hey, we're getting ready one more time to go out on a break. And again, we invite you to call in and be live with us right here on the air, me and Dr. Glenn. We still have time. And we're going to talk about potassium as well. We have a few more documents here that we're going to talk about with flowering tea. We want you to hang in there. We know that we're giving you some very good things here. Go to the grocery store. We're naming off some things. Go get it and put it in your diet and try it. Can't hurt but to try it. It can only help. And then if it doesn't work for you, do like I did with that green tea. Never drink it again. Hey, come on back with us, and we want to hear from you on today. 252-756-2008. Call and be live on the air. We're on the Glenn Johnson Show, Motivations with Glenn and Apostle Jacqueline Collins-Williams on Awesome Radio.
Join our team of totally awesome volunteers. When you volunteer into the Awesome Radio Network family, you are valued and appreciated. Are you retired? Do you need something rewarding to do? Do you need community hours? We can be reached at 252-756-3137. We have several volunteer opportunities readily available for you to choose from. Awesome Radio Network is seeking self-motivated and positive volunteers who may be interested in learning how we do radio and community events. Visit our website to learn more, awesomeradionetwork.org. or reach us at 252-756-3137. Disclaimer: we vet our volunteers and reserve all rights to mutually accept or refuse.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Glenn Johnson Show, Motivations with Glenn and Apostle Jacqueline Collins-Williams. We have reached our final 20 minutes of the broadcast. So I just want to mention, I am going to make an honest effort to go out and explore some of these flower teas, flower blooms, and different things of that nature. But I want to find the real natural ones that I can steep myself and drink. as long as it don't raise my heart rate.
Oh, yes. And Dr. Glenn, they are good. This one says here, I was reading, it said ginger fights inflammation, not eases nausea, and aids digestion. You know, I don't know if I would really want to drink that in a tea, but I think I do see ginger flavor in the tea. But ginger can also be used in food. You know, you could use it as and sprinkle it on certain food and still get the benefits of the ginger. It said chamomile helps you relax, sleep, and calm an upset stomach. Also, peppermint soothes gas, bloating, and stomach cramps. And listen, peppermint, you know, if you've ever been around, and some of us are church babies and church people from a long time and grew up in the church, that sometimes when you get a piece of peppermint, if you're not feeling well, it just helps you to feel better.
Yeah.
Something about that peppermint oil or that peppermint flavor that just does something to your body. It can make you feel better. Sometimes it's added in with cold remedies.
Yeah.
People go get some peppermint and they put it, or they drop a piece of peppermint in the tea.
And that's probably why sometimes, I'm not trying to make fun of anybody or anything like that, but that's why sometimes if you go to one of these older church ladies in church, they'll hand you a peppermint.
Dan, they don't have to be old. I like peppermint too. I have it floating around in the bottom of my purse. Sometimes buying it, and look, sometimes the husband he's gotten in my purse, and he's taken some of my peppermint.
I have them in my pocket right now.
So you don't have to be old to have a good peppermint. I love a good peppermint, but it's good in tea. And some people, they use the peppermint oil also in their hair.
Yeah.
On their hair, it helps your hair grow. That peppermint oil can be a little stingy on the scalp, but it does help your hair grow. This one says rose hip. This drink is made from seed pods of wild variety of flower. The plant is a source of vitamin C and may have anti-inflammatory and antioxidant powers. Some evidence suggests rose hips might ease arthritis pain, but researchers want to study the effects more closely. It's generally safe, though some people have allergic reactions or upset stomach when they use it. So that's what you have to look at and see if that's going to mess with your stomach. Then you need to, just kind of look at getting something else and not taking that. It says sage too. I see sage here, and at the holiday seasons is when we see a lot of us using sage. But sage is very good, and you can use it outside of making stuffing or dressing. Sage is actually very good to sprinkle on top of a steak. If you ever want to bake a good steak and put some onions on there, that is something good with some sage. And don't throw a piece of bacon on there. On top of there with that sage and those onions, that's a good steak. So sage, it says, have used this herb for centuries for issues that include stomach problems, sore throats, depression, and memory loss. I didn't know that, Dr. Glenn.
That's a good one.
Will it really help you with any of those? We don't know, because there's not much research on it. Well, they had it written here. It says some varieties have an ingredient, thujone, that can affect your nervous system. So also be looking at that, to think that as long as people have been making dressing and putting sage in it, to think that it would help with memory loss and those type of things. It seems like the black community would be high on the list of not having that.
Yeah, but one thing I definitely want our listening audience to do is email me so I can give you or forward the documents to you so you can take a look at them yourself so they can see some of the resources, because we don't have permission to use their names live on the air, and plus we don't want to give them any free advertisement or promotion. So please email me.
Turmeric is one that we hear a lot about nowadays. We hear a lot about turmeric. It's related to ginger. People use it to prevent gas, also treat kidney stones, though there's no scientific basis of that. But there's a lot of people that are using turmeric inside of smoothies. They're making all types of videos that have turmeric being added in a breakfast drink.
Yeah.
Along with beetroot and other things. They're showing turmeric being added, using turmeric for a lot of things. a lot of things that they're claiming turmeric does. I don't know that it does all that, Dr. Glenn. But kava is a member of the pepper family, native to South Pacific, and it often promoted as a tonic for anxiety.
Isn't that something?
Kava, yes, I've heard about kava as well. So we're going to talk and switch over here real quick because we don't want to leave out and to leave our broadcast without giving potassium some good information on potassium. Because a lot of times when you go to the doctor will tell you when your potassium levels are low. When they do your blood test, they're going to look at your potassium. If they're telling you that they're low, you need to pay attention to that and you need to get them up.
I have an appointment at my primary tomorrow. I'm going to ask him about that because I know he's always talking to me about my cholesterol. He's the one that switched my pills to give me enough different pills to take for my cholesterol. I never spoke to him about potassium.
If you're going in with achy bones and an achy body, potassium is one of the things that the doctor will often look at, especially those that have arthritis.
Yeah.
They'll begin to mention your D3 and also potassium, that you need that vitamin D. That's one of the things that we're lacking, and we think as people of color that we can get it from milk, but it doesn't work the same for us. We can't get it from milk like or out in the sun. We have to stay in the sun for an extended amount of time in order for our body to turn it into vitamin D because of the darker skin tones, the melanin that's in our skin.
Yeah.
So, other races, they can sit out there 30 minutes, they've gotten it. They can roast in the sun, but we have to sit out there a lot longer. So sometimes you're going to have to take a vitamin D supplement or D3 supplement so you can get those particular nutrients that you need. Dr. Glenn?
And I know on the list it mentions some sources that contains potassium other than bananas, because I hate bananas.
Oh, yeah. Now, that's what they'll tell you. Get some bananas. Now, a lot of us can't stand those bananas.
And I'm one of them.
They're soft. They can be mushy. They have, they rot very fast.
Very
you
fast.
can get them there and sometimes bring them in the house and attract all types of gnats or fruit flies coming after those bananas. And then you try to eat them or buy 2 bunches or 3 bunches and they rot before you can get a chance to eat them.
Yeah, that's right.
So there are other things that are good for you that will have high sources of potassium, and one of them is spinach. And that's something we don't talk about. Spinach, you could put in rice. You could put it in different pasta dishes.
I saw that.
Yes, and there are things that have a lot higher concentration of potassium other than the bananas.
Yeah.
But a lot of times you go to the doctor, they're pushing the bananas on you.
Yeah. A lot of vegetables contain potassium. Fruits. Yeah, it's also mentioned collards and spinach, like Apostle said. Beans, I eat some beans. Oranges. Well, I'm kind of one-sided with the oranges because either I can eat the orange for potassium or if I want increase my sugar level.
But sweet potatoes are high in potassium.
And I love some sweet potatoes.
Make yourself some make some greens and cornbread and some sweet potatoes and fry up some meat. That's a good meal.
Make that near the oven.
Yes. Avocados have a high content, but tomatoes. So eating tomatoes has a lot of, it said tomato paste or half a cup of puree sauce. So take that and put it in your spaghetti. And that way you'll get the potassium that you need. Chickpeas. Hummus has some. Pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds. But beans are a very high source, 500 and almonds. If you like to snack on almonds, put it on your salad. Oh, we're getting ready, and we have one more break to go out on. We have this break, and we want you to stay tuned and come back. We're going to tell you a few more things about potassium and how it works in the body. This is the Motivations with Glenn and Apostle Jacqueline Cullins-Williams right here on Awesome Radio. We will be right back.
Small Business Workshop, Empowering Faith-Driven Entrepreneurs, Saturday, August 22nd, from 10 o'clock a.m. to 12 noon, with host speaker Apostle Dr. Valeria McLeod. A Touch of God's Presence Ministries, 1300 Dickinson Avenue, Greenville. To register for this workshop and for more information, contact 252-427-2892 or 252-695-9007. Mark your calendars and be sure to attend this powerful small business workshop empowering faith-driven entrepreneurs Saturday, August 22nd, 10 o'clock a.m. to 12 noon at A Touch of God's Presence Ministries, 1300 Dickinson Avenue, Greenville. Host speaker, Apostle Dr. Valeria McLeod.
Awesome radio. Yeah, it's awesome. Awesome. Can you hear it? Awesome. Awesome.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Glen Johnson Show. Motivations with Glen and Apostle Jacqueline Collins-Williams. This is our final 10 minutes segment of today's broadcast. So without further ado, let's go right back over to Apostle, who will give us a little bit more information on potassium, which will conclude today's broadcast.
So potassium in your body is a balancer. It balances your electrolytes and your fluids.
Yeah.
And it helps to get sodium out of your body. That's why they attach sodium with high blood pressure. And potassium is one of the things that helps your body excrete it out. Dr.
Now,
Glenn?
that's something I didn't know. That's why I put my hand up. I did not know that.
Yes, it's the balance to sodium. It also works with sodium to balance the fluid outside of your cells. So if you're having a lot of swelling, you know, sometimes you could take the high blood pressure medicine, still have the swelling, because you need that potassium. Also, I want to say to you that if you stretch your legs out in bed at night and you end up with those Charlie horse, because I am a victim of the Charlie horse sometimes. Yeah. That's how I know that my potassium is low, that I need to get that potassium, because that Charlie horse, I turn over and that thing could be hanging on for like a minute or two.
Yeah.
I'm almost crippled with it because it hurts so bad. I can't even stretch it out. And I got to lay there and just kind of squeeze my eyes closed until it goes away.
You know what? That might be one of my deficiencies, because I get the same thing. So I'm wondering if my potassium is
That's
low.
how I know mine is low. I go get that potassium after that, those leg cramps stop. But our Charlie horse, turn over in the night, stretch it out, because I'm going to stretch. I'm going to stretch it out. I'm going to stretch my leg out. I'm always curled up, and then when I turn over, I stretch it out. And there goes that Charlie horse, get me right there in the back of my leg back there, and I cannot move for a few minutes. Sometimes so bad I'm shaking, Dr. Glenn. It's so painful.
Besides the natural sources of potassium, like we just discussed, I wonder if they're having potassium things you could take by mouth.
Yes.
Like a vitamin.
You definitely can. And remember, I said to you that immediately when I saw that we were talking about potassium, I ordered some. You can buy potassium off the shelf over in the vitamin aisle. And me, myself, I ordered it from off of one of the social media networks. And sometimes it's just $9. Sometimes in some of the, lower stores, these particular stores that declare low prices, you can go in there and on the vitamin aisle, you may be able to get it for $5. So, or even less on sale. Potassium, you can go right in our local stores and you can buy it. So it also helps with your heart. It helps with muscles. Your heart is a muscle. You could end up with weak heart or some heart trouble over time from not having potassium in your body.
That's right. Your heart definitely is a muscle. That's why sometimes when they give you CPR, not sometimes, that's why when they give you CPR, they do chest compressions because they're massaging your heart, because your heart is a muscle.
And normal blood pressure, it helps you to maintain your blood pressure. Can you imagine that you're on medication because you're missing a mineral here? You're missing this potassium in your body, which helps regulate and pull the sodium out and helps your body with high blood pressure. It also helps you with calcium. It also helps you with your calcium, with bone strength. It can help you with bone strength. And as we talked about the achy body, potassium can help you with those aches and pains because it helps you with your bones.
Yeah, like I mentioned, I have an appointment tomorrow with my primary, and I'm going to ask him about my potassium level, if he can do some, probably do some blood work, because he love to do some blood work on me.
Transmit nerve signals to your brain. It helps with that. Potassium is critical for heart work, which makes it critical for heart health overall. biceps, even swallowing. It's a muscle in there also that is used for swallowing. So some people may have a trouble swallowing food, getting choked all the time. It may be because of the fact that your potassium is low. You need to check that out. It helps your muscles contract, voluntary or involuntary. And it said here swallowing, achy, cramped muscles are all because of a lack of potassium. It helps your heartbeat. It helps with palpitations to keep you with a normal heart rhythm, and even helps prevent heart attack. Dr. Glenn, that's a lot of things.
That's a lot of things.
There's a lot of things.
But
And there's a
mentioned-
lot of people that don't realize you need to get some potassium.
But because you mentioned swallowing, and if I'm not mistaken, I think your tongue is in the muscle family.
It is. And so you need that. One of the things it said, cashews also, and flax seeds, lentils, potatoes, and white beans, even regular white potatoes.
Really?
Yes, they are a source of potassium.
Wow.
So a lot of people don't even know that. You've been eating some of it, but you know, you need to eat more of it, or make
That's
sure
right.
that you get it checked.
Can I ask you, does it mention anything on there about brown rice?
Not with potassium. We don't have a nasty list over here because that brown rice is nasty.
It's nasty. It's nasty.
It is. I have
Whoa.
tried. I can make myself eat a lot of things, Dr. Glenn, but
But
I
what-
have not overcome the brown rice yet.
But what I think what I meant to say was, no, what I meant to say was, fried rice.
Oh, okay. Fried rice. Fried rice is not brown rice. That brown rice is a different character. It just
Oh.
has a taste that I've tried. I've tried to cover it up. I've tried to put gravy on it and salt it down, do all kinds of things. And it has a smell to it and a taste. I can't get past it. So, but you can use other rices, white rices that are better for you.
Yeah.
There are better rices than just the plain white rice that we're seeing there. And jasmine is one of them. Jasmine is a little better for you than the regular white rice. And there's one more, I think it's called balsamic. And it's a very good rice, and it also is better for you than the regular white rice.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, and you know, in our culture, they used to buy that big old bag of rice because they wanted to stretch things and make things last. And so rice ended up being one of the things that also turns in your body to sugar. There's some things that is not straight sugar, but those carbs turn to sugar when it gets in your body.
That's right. Those carbs or those starches will turn into sugar. You're
Yeah,
supposed to.
so you have to watch that too.
You're definitely right.
You say, well, I don't eat that much sugar. Well, you eat all that rice.
The saying is anything white will cause your sugar to be elevated.
All the whites, white bread, white egg, you know, the yellow part of the eggs, you know, you need to watch the whites and stay off all the whites. White sugar,
Yeah.
you know, you could buy the brown sugar, the pure cane sugar, and some of it is not as refined as that white sugar, and it's better for you.
That's right. Because it all leads to starch. It all leads to starch. And starch leads to sugar.
Yes, so there is a lot, but I encourage you on today. We're getting down to our last minute here, and we want to encourage you to get your potassium checked. Ask the doctor about it. If he's not talking to you about it, you talk to him about it and see where your levels are. See if you're lacking this nutrient in your diet. And if you are, you can buy the supplements, or we've given you a list of food that you could buy that is high in potassium. Dr. Glenn?
That's why I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. I hope everybody took a liking to this broadcast. As I said, I wanted to do this topic because I'm going to retort to some of my things that I do daily in my life and start looking into the flower teas and blooming teas and start doing things to better suit my body.
Hey, it's never too late to start getting it together. It's never too late to try to reverse some things, and it's never too late to start good habits or good eating or good things that are going to help our body. We're giving you the information, and we're trying to help you, as I'm trying to help myself too, Dr. Glenn. So,
Yeah.
hey, we want you to come back on next week. We will be right here on the Glenn Johnson Show with Apostle Jacqueline Cullins Williams, Motivations with Glen, right here on Awesome Radio Network. We want to see you next week right here at 3 o'clock at this time. We will be here. Will we see you here? Dr. Glenn?
So we don't know if we're going to do part 2 next week, which will have a live guest or herbalist, but we'll try to make that happen. So tune in to next week, like Apostle said, and we'll try to make part 2 next week with the herbalist to give out some more positive information for you. Apostle.
Hey, we want you to see you next week. God bless and God keep you.
Do you have documents that need to be notarized? We provide notary services by appointment. 252-756-3137.
Awesome Radio. Yeah.